Welcome to Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story, where we answer the questions you have about your favorite classic authors. What inspired your favorite author to write their novels? What was going on in the world at the time? Follow along with us as we tell you what was happening in the world while your favorite authors wrote your favorite classics. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read, and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you enjoy our show, be sure to follow the show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. You can find us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books or on our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can also sign up for our newsletter for more information on who we're talking about and what's coming next for the podcasts. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear a book by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Today we'll be talking about the sporting career of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. While living in Southsea, the seaside resort near Portsmouth, Doyle played football as a goalkeeper for Portsmouth Association Football Club, an amateur side under the pseudonym A.C. Smith. Doyle was a keen cricketer. And between 1899 and 1907, he played 10 first-class matches for the Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC. He also played for the amateur cricket teams, the Alcibaries and the Authors' 11, which consisted of some of the best-known British authors from the era, including Doyle, J.M. Barrie, P.G. Wodehouse, and A.A. Milne. His highest score in 1902 against London County was 43. He was an occasional bowler who took one first-class wicket, W.G. Grace, and wrote a poem about the achievement. His captaincy of the Authors' 11 lasted from 1899 to 1912, during which time his cricket scores were by far the most common entries in his diary. In 1900, Doyle founded the Undershaw Rifle Club at his home, constructing a 100-yard range and providing shooting for local men, as the poor showing of British troops in the Boer War had led him to believe that the general population needed training in marksmanship. He was a champion of miniature rifle clubs, whose members shot small-caliber firearms on local ranges. These ranges were much cheaper and more accessible to working-class participants than large, full-bore ranges, such as Bisley Camp, which were necessarily remote from population centers. Doyle went on to sit on the Rifle Club's committee of the National Rifle Association. In 1901, Doyle was one of 3 judges for the world's first major bodybuilding competition, which was organized by the father of bodybuilding, Eugen Sandow. The event was held in London's Royal Albert Hall. The other 2 judges were the sculptor Sir Charles Laws Whittenwrong and Eugene Sandow himself. Doyle was an amateur boxer. In 1909, he was invited to referee the James Jeffries-Jack Johnson heavyweight championship fight in Reno, Nevada. Doyle wrote, "I was much inclined to accept, though my friends pictured me as winding up with a revolver at one ear and a razor at the other. However, the distance and my engagements presented a final bar." Also a keen golfer, Doyle was elected captain of the Crowborough Beacon Golf Club in Sussex for 1910. He had moved to Little Windlesham House in Crowborough with Jean Leckie, his second wife, and resided there with his family from 1907 until his death in July 1930. He entered the English Amateur Billiards Championship in 1913. While living in Switzerland, Doyle became interested in skiing, which was relatively unknown in Switzerland at the time. He wrote an article, An Alpine Pass on Ski, for the December 1894 issue for the Strand magazine, in which he described his experiences with skiing and the beautiful alpine scenery that could be seen in the process. The article popularized the activity and began the long association between Switzerland and skiing. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story today, while we answered some of the questions you have about one of your favorite classic authors. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you join us next time when we answer more questions about one of your favorite classic authors. If you enjoyed our show, be sure to follow us so you get all the new episodes. We would also love for you to drop us a rating on your favorite podcast platform. You can catch us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books, or check out our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter. Our show is part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you would also like to hear a story by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, or on biteatatimebooks.com.